Hey racers, welcome back. I'm Bram at Coast Outdoors, and this is your Week 4 virtual TNR race recap. This week we had a super fun 4-lap course that brought in some kind of really fun downhill sections. I really enjoyed that. First time I tried to do it on Friday, it was about -12 when I pulled up, and my hands were about frozen solid after the first 2 laps. So I reset and actually did it last night, and it was far more pleasant. Leaders from this week, Ted Lawson came in with a super fast 20-minute 35. Greg Inkster not far behind at all at 20:41, and David Kvick just behind him at 20:45. We're not quite sure how many laps that's for, though, for David, because he seemed to have trouble counting. So that could have been 4. Maybe it was 3. It would be impressive if that was for 5, but we'll just go with his word on that one. In other news, Andrew Pinfold is moving up in the yellow jersey standing. He jumped over Michael Forbes. So Andrew, you're now in 3rd place for the yellow jersey. You've still got a 1:29 gap to close on Greg, though, so you got a fair bit of work cut out for you. Some good excuses from this week we quite liked. Brett Hansen had to wait for the snowcat twice. It's wise. Like, generally they have the right of way. They are bigger than you. Definitely timing when you go up is helpful for that one. Chelsea Little was trying hard to avoid involuntary manslaughter at some of the intersections. I feel you, Chelsea. That corner coming down roller coaster turning right up Old Rope Toe was pretty spicy. It was pretty well trenched out by the time I got through there. Michael Lim was bowling for kids in the dark. I also feel you there. That was sporty coming through there. My first lap doing it last night, I was pretty tentative because I couldn't really see anything down the first hill, and I was like, I think it probably feels fine. So after I got some confidence in the snow, I could open it up a little bit. David Kvick, the frozen snot was just too much drag. And then Matan said, the snow was just too good and I wasn't used to it. It was definitely pretty good recently. Now that it's warmed up a little bit, it's brought a little bit more moisture in and it's gliding really nicely. As always, these events wouldn't be quite the same if it wasn't for the generous support from our sponsors. This week, our featured product from Fischer are the Speedmax level skis. We have them in both skate and classic in stock. We're pretty thin on the skate skis, but we've got a really good selection of the classics left. The Speedmax is their World Cup level top-end ski. Whether we're talking skate or classic, you get their top-end construction, 3D gliding sidewall for a little bit of an extra boost, with their cold base bonding technology, which is basically the fastest base technology you can get from them. And these are both in their Plus format, which is ideal for our coastal conditions. On the classic side, classic is in this year. So if you aren't classic skiing yet, you definitely should be. So come on by. We still have a good selection of skis left and we can get you set up. The Fischer Speedmax Classics that we have here were intended for a World Cup event in Canmore. So we're talking their premium selection of their premium level product. If you're skiing on top-end skis, it really doesn't do the skis justice if you're not taking care of them with good waxes. So we would really recommend using a good performance level wax that's appropriate for the conditions. It's not quite as cold. It's starting to warm up a little bit. We're in really nice Swix 7 conditions. I was on this last night and they were skiing really nicely. The HF is their top level glide wax. Skis really, really nicely in our more moist coastal conditions. $350 for the big block, which sounds like a lot. Your cost per application is really not that bad. When I got nerdy, I figured it out to be about $7 to wax your skis with the HF. If we still want a nice performing training level wax, it's a little bit easier on the wallet. The Swix HS level, which is basically replaces the LF level. So a really good training wax. Same temperature range, you're $75 for the big block of the HS. Remember, fast skis, fast wax, you'll go faster, you'll have more fun. Some prizing this week from our sponsors. Bjorn Dæhlie Took this week goes to Ron Klopfer. Salomon Took to Mark Johnston. A Sweet OR Après Took goes to James Pinfold. The coveted pound of Moja coffee, Glenn Healy, jealous. New pair of KV Plus gloves. The Slide is a nice mid-weight glove. It probably would have been super nice in those little cold sections we had there. That goes to David Whitehead. Mad Shoosh t-shirt to Michael Forbes. Vauhti Wax Skincare Kit goes to Chloe Kersner. And our question of the week for the Bridge Primetime IPA 6-pack would be the first person to comment on this video with the answer to what is the recommended iron temperature for Swix HS8 Glide Wax. So we've got another exciting race course coming up for week 5, so be sure to head to the TNR Facebook page for updates on what that will be. It's approximately a 3-kilometer course, so the official or the full race will be 3 laps of that. Thank you to Andreas for the race course suggestion this week. If you would like to propose a course for coming weeks, shoot your course suggestion to Bob, which is bob@deepcovekayak.com, and we'll take a look at those. And if we pick your race, we'll tee up a time to go out for you the week prior to sort of shoot the video, and we'll do a little bit of an introduction or instructional video on the course. So thanks again, racers. It was a super fun week, and we look forward to seeing you out there again.